A warning for children and parents about those hot summer temperatures. Heat stroke is a third leading cause of sudden deaths in sports-related activities. It also kills 38 children every year after they were left alone in a vehicle. With more on the warning, local neurologist Dr. Chad Domang with the Avila Physician Network. Thank you so much for joining us as usual.
You know, Liz, I can't make this up. I wake up this morning to an 80-degree house because my air conditioning went out, and here we are talking about heat stroke.
Oh, well, I hope that gets resolved soon. That is not good, 80 degrees. So let's talk about heat strokes. You know, when your body overheats in really high temperatures, and we see a lot here, due to physical exertion, what is happening to your body that could lead it to it turning into a deadly situation?
So it's when we're prolonged temperatures, so we're exerting ourselves in high temperatures, is when our body hits about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's when problems happen. So I have a model here of a brainstem. The portion of our brain that works as our thermostat is the hypothalamus. So what happens is when our thermostat senses our body becomes too hot, it tells the vascular system to vasodilate or open up and push all the blood out to the outside of our body. It makes us sweat, makes us cool down. The problem is that continues, the blood flow to certain organs such as the kidneys, the heart, they start to suffer because the brain wants to maintain itself because it's the most vital structure. Over time, as that nervous system stays in that hot environment, the blood-brain barrier can break down, cells can start to die, you start developing all these symptoms. And then long story short, as the hypothalamus is trying to save itself, it starts to sacrifice other parts of the body, and eventually it can lead to death.
Okay, so let folks know, what are the symptoms that you need to look for that you are basically having a heat stroke incident?
So with that vasodilatation and the blood being on the outside of the body, you're losing water and you're losing electrolytes, right? So that's ultimately what you're doing as you're sweating. So heavy sweating, a thirst, because your body's telling you got to replete that. If you continue to fight through it and you don't listen to your body, then you can develop cramping because you're losing water, you're losing electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, you can get nausea, vomiting, and so forth. As it progresses and the neurologic system gets involved, that's when you get headaches, dizziness, confusion, and then at the end stage, the nervous system starts to shut down. You can have major confusion, you can have seizures, you can collapse, and then at some point you eventually die.
Yeah, and a lot of kids are outdoors. The parents know that this is the time their kids outdoors. They may be competing in sports outdoors as well, and it gets so hot here. So what should a parent or an adult overseeing kids do, especially if we're focusing on kids, to prevent and to treat this if you see it happening?
You know, it's the things we've been taught all of our lives. Avoid prolonged exertion on the hottest part of the day, right? So it's a temperature issue. You want to wear light, loose-fitting clothes. You want a light color, a darker color will absorb heat more than a lighter color will. You want to have constant hydration. So what they recommend is about a quart of water an hour. When you're talking water, you want to look for products that have a lot of electrolytes because, again, you're not just losing water, but you're losing sodium, potassium, and so forth. Then a lot of people like these energy drinks. So I have vitamin water, Powerade, Gatorade. These are good in regards to the electrolyte. The issue with these drinks is all the sugar. And if you have too much sugar, that's osmolality, and it's pulling water away from you, so you're fighting yourself. One of the worst things to do is energy drinks. Carbonation, it's not hydration. Caffeine actually inhibits the hypothalamus from regulating temperature. And,
so water,
and I know
water, right?
Water. And the worst thing in the world, and I'm going to break the hearts of a lot of my friends in the home and my family, do not drink alcoholic beverages. That just dehydrates you more. So that is the wrong answer.
Okay, well, some good tips there on what to drink and what not to drink. Basically, water is it, and call 911 if you see the symptoms that you mentioned to us. So thank you so much. That's some really important tips, especially this time of year. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Stay hydrated and safe.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chad.
Thank you.